Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Now, last time out we started building a loop line going from Barnstable coming back around to here, which is West Mersey. We ran into some problems, the game crashed, there were some bridge issues, but I managed to get most of it sorted out. So in this video we're going to be continuing with that design. We need to make sure that the approach into West Mersey is correct and that the approach into West Mersey does not have a huge impact on the traffic that is currently on this line, which means that there is going to be some potential track reworks in this area. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to do a bit of detailing, put the farmland back in, or the borders of the farmland back in, and then we're just going to see to make sure that this does work. Hopefully, if it is all completed correctly, we will then look at actually getting some of the trains or some new trains running, or perhaps reroute some of the old trains. So make sure you stay tuned. Okay, first thing is first, we need to make adjustments to the farmland, as we said. Now, what I'm going to do here is I've already decided the general idea, and I can never remember which one it is. It's that one, isn't it? Weed and azalea bushes. And the general idea here is going to be just to do something along these lines. So we'll start off by doing this. Nothing too major, really. It's a little bit away from the track side, which is not a problem, and then I'll bring it in just a little closer over in this area. When I say that, we need to try and get it to sort of follow the line. There we go. That's about as close as I would want it to be. Now, I am still working with the developer of the parallel mod. Still trying to find out what is wrong with it. It's just a matter of me finding time to actually do some of the tests that are being requested, which at the moment time is very difficult, unfortunately. But as and when I do get those done, I will obviously be using the mod once I can, and then we'll go from there. Now, just because I'm doing a lot of this work right now does not mean that the mod is going to soon become useless for me, because there is a lot that I will still need to do. And certainly going back to some of these things, I will be looking to improve upon some of this as I start neatening things up. Right, this is very, very close to the edge, which is if I look at just trying to upgrade streets, it will let me, which is good. Obviously I cannot do that, but it will let me do some, so I'm okay with that for now. So I could have done that, but these are palm trees, so that's no good. I could have done that. No, that doesn't look quite as convincing, I would say. There we go. Right, so that is all of that done. Now what I'm going to do is give everybody a little bit of extra farm space. Congratulations, you all have some division of an acre or more available to you. Surely that's more than an acre, right? Maybe. There we go. I've been doing a little bit more research into British farmland design. The design is, of course, a huge part in this. Now, I'm not obviously matching everything one for one, because that would be inordinately difficult to do and would be extremely time consuming, and that is not something that I think will work. If I were to do that, it really would just cause more issues, really. And so I'm not doing anything quite one to one, but I am doing things somewhat where they need to be. So that seems okay, right? So I'm trying to give it some of the design choices, some of the styling of British farms. So you're not going to see, for example, gates and fences on every single farm. It is too difficult to really do that at this point anyway. Perhaps if I go forward, I may decide, hang on a minute, it is worth me doing X, Y, Z and putting that extra time in. But really, this is Transports Fever at the end of the day, and whilst I am using it as sort of a detailing series, which is perfectly fine, really. I do think it's a nice idea to do series like this. Because there are plenty of YouTubers doing Transports Fever 2 with a little bit of detailing, but it's mainly for the transport, and to be showing making money and having effective junctions and all of that kind of stuff. Whereas what I'm doing here is sort of both, but ensuring that it stays British, as it were. This is a slightly awkward one, really, because that is very, very close now. Actually, it isn't. No, this bit here is too close. So let's clean that up. There we go. That is better, but now we're sort of facing the wrong direction. That is probably better. There we go. Much more like it. Much more like it. So yes, as I was saying, there are plenty of YouTubers. I mean, obviously, the main one that I would know of is Colonel Failure. And anyone who, or most people that are on this channel who have watched Transports Fever 2, or Transports Fever, or Train Fever indeed, should know Colonel Failure. And if you don't, what's he doing? You need to go subscribe to this person. He's very good. Very, very good at what he does. In a way, I suppose you'd class him as a competitor to me, but I'm not really at his level. So, and I do some different things from him, which I really need to go back into. For example, car simulation and things like that, flight simulation. Those things I do that certainly he does not. But we both played Train Fever, we both had access to Transports Fever 1 and 2 early, so we were making videos on them, and I think we are the ones that probably have... would I say we have the most videos of this? I have... Let me think. How many videos of Transports Fever and Train Fever put together do I have? It is a lot. It certainly is a lot. We could actually have a path that you could walk along this entire thing, but no. I'm actually going to start searching this up. All I've got to do is go to Google Chrome, log into my YouTube, and search for, I suppose, Fever, and find out how many videos I actually have. Now, whilst that's doing its search, Let me continue along this. So we are nearly at our destination. So what I want to do is probably do something along these lines. Just now, keep that nice and straight as far as I can. And then, I suppose now, keep that nice and, no, come on. Yep, go on. You can do this. There we go. And then I suppose if I were to demolish this bit, then just curve it in. Oops. And I'll just curve it in to roughly match that. And perhaps just join up just here. There we go. Get rid of that little bit. So that person has lost a tiny bit of farm. But all in the name of progress and all that, I guess. But roughly everything stays the same. No. Maybe. Roughly everything has stayed the same. Although that being said, I suppose this person's farm went slightly over that line there. So there is that. I'll get to checking YouTube and how many Transports Fever, Train Fever videos I have on my channel. I'll get to checking that shortly. Now, will you stay in a straight line, please? Please. Until about there, that would be great. Lovely. Then we'll continue that curve all the way around. Could we just connect this up to there, or do we want to really give it... I kind of want to give it that little bit of extra gap. So I want to perhaps connect it up to here. There we go. Alright. And then I suppose I could increase the farmland here. Well, for now, let's just get these bits in. And that. Yep, that's looking reasonable. I mean, that is it is a railway. It does what railways are supposed to do. I am half tempted to bring it up on an embankment and let it follow an embankment all the way there. Half tempted to run it up on an embankment the entire way, to be honest. If I ran it on an embankment this entire path, it could be interesting. There's nothing against running something up on an embankment. It happens for miles and miles and miles. And then, of course, if you were over here, you'd see trains running up on an embankment. So there is that. Anyway, whilst I'm doing that, let me just have a quick look through this. So I'm just making sure that every video is being shown on this. So with Transports Fever 2, apparently I have quite a few videos. 70. I'm sure I have more than that. I do. Here we go. Okay. So, I have... How many... I'm still going. It's still going. It's still populating. Now I have many videos on my channel. There's no doubt about that. Some of them good, some of them utterly rubbish. 400 and... Right, so at the time that I am posting this, 470 videos on train fever or transports fever. Do you know what? I think an embankment is a great idea. For just looking at this and thinking about it, an embankment is an absolutely fantastic idea. Right. The only way I'm going to know how to do that is to grab, let's say 20. Let's just make that 20. So, what I need to do is I need to first off figure out how to do this. Node tool. Node tool is going to come in very handy here for me. So let's go ahead and we'll measure this. So we'll say this is 5.1. That is what we are currently at. So 5.1, and we are looking to... I completely forgot that this is where the river actually comes in. So 5.1, so we need to increase it by 14.9. Well, first off, we need to find a point. That point there. 3.4. That is pretty low. So 3.4 is going to be increased up. So we want it to, what was it, 20.1? Let's measure this one. That is apparently measuring 19. Wait, there should be a way for me to do this. Does it not tell me? Will it not give me the information? Okay, there was an 8.6. Okay, now 20.1 seems to be the one. So 3.2, so we're looking for 16.9. No, I want to put a marker. Where's that one? 3.4. So that's 16.7. So we're going to go 16.7. There we go. Do not bother checking for collisions or anything. Engage. Oh, that's great. That's absolutely great. Is that an embankment height I would be happy with? Actually, it's not terrible. But okay. So now what I need to do is I need to mark segments here. No, move one segment along. Segments there. And this segment here. Go to the ramp equalizer, which is... Oh dear. There it is. That's one. Automatic is fine. And just let it do what it needs to do. Eventually it will do it. Now this does take some time, so this is one of the things that the developer of this, the parallel tool, has asked me to check out. That do these things take time? And this one does, but nowhere near as long as the parallel tool. So you'll see in the next few seconds this shall be done. Maybe give it 10 more seconds or so, and it will be okay. It looks like I'm going up slightly more than I wanted to. And I am working on nearly a mile of track. So there is that. So it has to do all of that. But there we go. That has been completed. That's quite substantially higher than I would want, actually. That is a substantial amount higher. No. I'm not keen on quite... This is okay. And the reason for this is that we're going from 12.4 or 11.3. So we've got an increase of about 9 meters, or if you wanted to, about 27 foot. Which is about right, because if you were to place, if I just go to assets and say, look, if I wanted to place a house here, it would sort of make sense if I wanted to place a 2-story building. There you go. Sort of about what I would expect. But if we were to do that over here, it just towers above it. So what I need to do is I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this. So the lowest point is actually about here. So let's say we want no more than we'll do 10 meters up. No, I can do a little bit more than that. Should we say 15 meters? 15 meters? Let's try that. So we'll bring that one down to, let's bring that down 5 meters. Just see how much better that is. Actually, I'd bring that down another meter. Let's bring that down another meter. Another 3 foot off that. Just over 3 foot. That is a lot better. And I'm going to do the same to this section here. Oops. I'm going to take 6 meters off it, just to see where that lands. Okay. Then if I go ahead and take... Come on. No, not that's one. That's one to... Yep, there. And do a ramp equalizer. How would that look? So that should bring it... There we go. That is a gentle enough... I'd say that is a gentle enough descent. I could work with that. And then we take this section all the way over to this section. No, this section. And equalize that as well. So this is the kind of detailing that I think is always nice. Just brings that little bit extra to this playthrough. I think I can handle that. And if we were to look at it from this side, that is much more reasonable. Now I think that is far better. And again, just as an example, if we were to put a house in, a standard 2-story house, it is maybe still a little bit higher than I would like it to be. How high up is this? Don't know. I think that's still higher up than I would want. Well, does give the option for this. Okay. So now what I need to do is this road will be coming back. But before the road comes back, I need to figure out where we come up to nearly... Here we go. It's about here, right? Around the 14 meter mark. So let's go ahead and let's mark something here and wait for the autosave. Let's hope that doesn't mess anything up as I'm grabbing a node. Maybe I should overclock my processor a little bit more. Actually, there are performance improvements coming up for this title sometime soon. You've grabbed that node. I want to grab the next one if possible. Yes, that one. So let me actually mark that as a marker end. And we'll mark this as a marker start, because I just realised. Now this one. Now this one. There we go. Just realised if I do a ramp equalizer across that, it should just lift it up, because that is where the height of it theoretically aligns. I'm not sure it does, but theoretically it's supposed to. It isn't terrible. Okay. And then what I shall do is just, because it will be easier to do it this way, demolish all of this. Where did we start moving from? It's here. So it's just far easier to demolish the lot and then go ahead and... what speed track did we even have here? Let's bring the speed into this track anyway. So after the bridge, we can go up to 60. Yep, I think 60 is reasonable. Right. I'll sort out... oh dear, slow down. I'll sort out this junction, or let's do it up to the tunnel, and then I'll sort that remaining bit out afterwards. And then we can... I should have probably done this out of the tunnel. There we go. Then we sort out that bit, and then easily just go ahead and connect this up. Now the farmland may need some pushing back again, and this is why I should have thought of this earlier. But that does look like an embankment. It's not a massive embankment, which is good. So did I bring some of this farmland forward? I did, didn't I? So really, no, just do this. I need to bring this back where it was. I should have adjusted the rails first and then done the farmland after. But oh no, I wanted to be clever. I wanted to try and do this, and that's not how you do that, is it? There we go. Do that. Take that farmland back. Sorry, people. That farmland was given to you in error. There we go. That's that bit sorted once again. This bit is kind of okay. It just gets very, very close here. I have to look at that. But this bit is all okay. This bit is all okay. I suppose here we should probably turn in a little bit more. All I've done is that the farmland that I just gave, I'm now taking back. Because, yeah, it's just very, very silly. What I will say is that I could just follow that curve, though, if I really wanted to. Just kind of make it easier. Let's do that. Maybe I should build everything on embankments to start with then. just so I can follow this curve along. There we go, and then you... Oh, no, if you do that straight as far as you can go, there you go. And then curve in, and that should be okay. That bit done. This one is not terrible. This one is not terrible. Yes, essentially all the extra farmland I created is being taken back, but not all the way. So I could do this. There we go. And then... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. And then around and connect. And I'll just do this. This is probably easier, like that. In fact, if I take that bit back just for now, and this bit, just realised when I do the bridge, I may need that space. So we'll do that, but we can connect these. There, and there. This is taking a lot longer than perhaps I wanted. That is because I've decided to do this embankment. Essentially, that is the reason for the extra time that this is taking. And then, really, I guess, with this one, we could just do this. And if I demolish that, and then just do that to it. There you go. Just makes it look a little bit interesting. It's not just perfectly straight all the way along. This bit here we'll have to figure out. I think I'll do this bit at a later time. We could just figure out this little bit though. This little bit is... No, that isn't anything like what I want. This little bit is probably fairly important to get right. Again, just watch out for that embankment. I'll give it a little bit extra space. In fact, you know what? Just make your way in there. There you go. That will, I suppose, have to do in a sense. There and there. So that's all of that done. Now if I go ahead and break that, add in... oh, which one is it? Is it 409? It isn't 409. Oh, it's one of these, isn't it? Which one is it? It isn't a housing one. It isn't a one-way. So it isn't 410. I would have thought it was 278. Ah. Okay. Well, that is... Ah, here we go. It is 558. Great. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, this is where the difficult bit comes in. Thought so. Collision. Why? Because it doesn't want a bridge. But I could give it a 0 height bridge. And I could select the 0 height bridge if I get rid of this. So the zero height bridge to be something or other. Let's say we're coming into, it's 1890. Let's say we're going to have the first girder bridges coming along. And then, if I go ahead and build that, well, no. It's built what I want it to build. But that really wasn't it. Really, really wasn't it. If you're wondering what I'm doing, it's that. I'm trying to get this to somehow build up a bridge. How did I do it last time? I created a... Oh, I know what I did last time. Last time, I pushed this back. Okay, let's try this. Well, not that far. No, no, no. Zero height bridge off. I did that. There we go. Now I can select whatever type I want. That is not... I still like the stone bridges. Which bridges have we been using? Does it matter? I guess yes, it does. It is those. Oh, that needs a fix. So it is this style of bridge. So that's one. We'll go with small spans. Why are you doing that to me? Okay, we'll go medium span, small span. Well, that's just unfair. There's clearly a gap that you could build anyway. And then if I do, there you go, do that. Then I do that. Okay, there's the bridge I want. So what I now need to do is I need to try and split this off by doing that. Come on. Build anyway. And then similarly on this side. Oh, why has the bridge moved? Don't understand why the bridge moved. It was clearly in the center. Everybody saw that. I wanted to bulldoze anyway. Yeah, all you've done is just mess this up. Right. I want you to... No. No. Why is this doing this? There is clearly an option for it. There is very much so an option for this. Unless, what if I got rid of that? Built this first. Maybe. Went to this. Built this underneath. Created the gap. Which is now apparently experiencing collisions. What? Where is the collision? I'm so confused. Okay, never mind. Let's just go ahead and demolish that bit and that bit. Let's try and... there we go. That's better. Now, do not change that. Just changing it. because now I can demolish all that bit. I have no idea what is going on there. This is way more difficult than it should be. That removes the bridge pillar collisions, which may mean that I can put one there. Remove this one. It puts the collision back in. Except I can do that. Hold on. And then tell me I can do this. This is the silliest thing I've ever done. Okay, there's a bridge. Now, this isn't quite perfect. Probably wanted to do this. Could I have to come up with something here, right? It's almost exactly what I want. Hold on. From there. No, do not do that. There. I guess you do the same thing from there and then peel off over there. Destroy, 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 destroy. It's still too far over. Okay, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and connect this up with an embankment. And the same thing here. Same thing along here. Embankment. And the same thing here. Okay. Now that we have that, you can see it's got that weird jump. So now what we do is we grab from here, and that will do, to here, ramp equalize. So that should drop the bridge. Please do not break the bridge. Have you dropped the bridge? Why are you not dropping the bridge? Please drop the bridge. There we go. Okay. And then similarly, do the same thing from here. No. Turn around. There we go. There to... Was it there? I think so. Shouldn't really matter. Drop that bridge. Will it work? Will it work? Yes? No? Maybe? Please? Thank you. All of that faff for that. All the faff for that. Right. Back to building this. You're not building a bridge anymore, so stop making bridge noises. Up to there. Rounded corner. Come on, rounded corner. Up to there. Up here. Along there. Rounded. Probably a little bit close, but that's okay. And you just connect up to that. Similarly, we shall have you. Can I go rounded again? Potentially. Or not. There and there. Straight connect. Come on. What? Hello? Okay, well, fine. Come on, there it is. That's what's strange. Straight connection down to there. And down to there. There we go. Okay, that bridge is finally in, and it still does not look the way I want it to. It isn't even center. It should be center. That very, very annoying. That is getting really, really annoying. I need to figure something out with it. I also need to work out. So there is an info tool. Here we go. So I could just pick this. Sorry, I should just pick a node. Go info. Oh no, no, no! I don't want to do that. No, let's not do that. That is going to cause problems. I want to just get basic node information. How do I do that? Does this give me current? Ah, there we go. 17.86. Mark somewhere else for me, please. Have I messed this up? No, there's another one. Can you give me information about that one? 14.21. Okay, thank you. Go back to the marker node. This one, please. Maybe I should be erasing the marker nodes first, but it seems it still works. 14.34. Okay, so that seems to be working. It just seems like there's this weird. Is it a dip? Is it just the way the railway goes? This strange wobble here. I'm not all too happy about. So it almost matches that wobble. Let me fix that, because it is just going to annoy me. I will be looking at that and thinking, what have I done? And why have I done that? That's better. Much better. There we go. That wasn't too difficult. Okay, this is now going to need a rework, but I shall do that at another time. I think that brings us to the end of this video. So that took me quite a long time. What I will do to end up though is let me go to the paint tools and start clearing a few things out, just so we can clearly make out what exactly we are working with. Once we've figured that out, we can then move forward with anything else. So there we go. That is probably where I want it to be, and then yeah, you can see here there should be more grass. There we go. In fact, that now shows where the border should really be. So I need to work on that, and I'll just do that. So that shows us the entire embankment. Good. Right. Thumbnail. Where should the thumbnail be for this mess? I could just call this, instead of loop, I could call this the worst embankment, the most annoying bridge. There we go. That will do. It's nice and basic, but it is getting there. So what we are going to do in the next video is we're going to work on this section here, where I believe we really are going to need to 4-track this. So there is going to be a substantial piece of work going on here to turn this into 4-track, and potentially I could 4-track it all the way down to the tunnel, which may be good for trains coming back, because after all, on this side, this is 4-tracked. And then looking at this, there is also a potential that a lot of this may need to be 4-tracked. The only problem is I'm not sure that I'm not sure that this road here can handle the 4-track, because that is going to be extremely close to the road. So I may need to do some road remodeling as well. So that is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. It wasn't the most productive of sessions, but at least all this area, all the farms are now pretty much done. And all we need to do is work on this bit. That should be good enough to start looping. And just to give you an idea of the loop, if we start over at West Mersey, we go along here. From Early, we peel off in this direction. This may need some work. This is all single track. Peel off in this direction, up to West Bromwich, past West Bromwich, and we peel back down here through Barnstaple, and then across all the new track back to West Mersey. Which also means that I could turn something off in this direction and continue Attleborough as a branch line, which would be rather nice. Cannot believe I made the bridge the 2-track there, but there we go. For the most part, this is a single track railway, so that would be quite interesting. If you want to see that turning into a branch line, perhaps having a junction peeling off in this direction instead, do let me know. There is a lot of work to do. There's certainly a lot going on. One of the things I've realised is that if I'm going to do this and I want to put a river in, that is going to also be rather interesting. Anyway, that is all from me, and I will see you next time in Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. As I said, like, comment, subscribe, support on Patreon if you can do so, link in the description box, and you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP on Twitter and Instagram, if I am still on Twitter, which I believe at this point in time I am, and also a free link to my Discord server, so make sure you go check that out as well. And I'll see you next time. That bridge is also annoying me. Maybe I'll have this fixed by the next video.